When Sega decided to take on Nintendo, who was a giant in the video game hardware industry, Nintendo already had over 90% of the market share. This led Sega to some off-the-wall marketing strategies that most people remember as the time of the console wars. Since Sonic was the figurehead of Sega, he was usually at the forefront of this. Here's a sample of what some of the commercials at that time looked like.
Yo, he goes slow. He ain't no fool with that Sonic speed, he just always cool.
Sonic, Sonic the Hedgehog.
No fool.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
No fool. Wild game, dude. Setting danger zones. You and Sonic speed through, or you are dead, man. Sonic the Hedgehog, the hot new game from Genesis Games. Systems and games sold separately. No fool.
There was also marketing done even beyond commercials. Al Nilsson, former director of marketing for Sega, said that for every dollar Sega had in their marketing budget, Nintendo had $15. Thus, they relied heavily on guerrilla marketing. He detailed one strategy where Sega actually introduced the first 16-bit SNES Mario game to people on a mall tour side by side with Sonic on Genesis. They had two identical 32-inch TVs, one that had Super Mario World and one that had Sonic the Hedgehog, and just let kids play them. The idea was to let kids decide for themselves which was better. Madeleine Schroeder, product manager of Sonic, and one that was largely responsible for adapting Sonic's look for the American audience, even participated in mall tours herself by dressing up in a giant Sonic costume. When Sonic was released in June of 1991, their risky marketing efforts paid off and Nintendo's market share shrank down to 85%.